Hey everyone, welcome back and welcome to another reading Capricorn. This will be a reading for August 2021 for wherever you have Capricorn in your chart, Vedic or tropical. This will be a reading for August. So we're gonna get a few more shuffles here, and then we'll see what's going on for August for you guys. I hope this reading is finding you well, that you guys are having a blessed Leo season. All right, let's see what's going on for August. Overall energy for you, Capricorn, we have, interesting, that happened in the Taurus in the Virgo reading too. I think 2 cards came out first. We got the Judgment card and the 6 of Swords. Very cut and dry, very straightforward. You're deciding to leave a situation behind around this time. You may be just deciding to, or I feel like you guys are calling it moving forward is what this looks like here. And I feel like your mind is made up about it. There's something that you're just not interested in anymore, something that you don't want to spend any time, spend any more effort on, or time on. It could be an Aries. Page of Swords. But why do I feel like it's like the communication is suspended, like hanging in thin air? But also, it could literally be suspended. High Priestess coming out in reverse. And the King of Pentacles. So you're not saying everything that you really feel about the situation or about what's going on. And I feel like, you know, that's a tricky game to play. Sometimes it can feel like a win to just cut our losses, to just drop everything and, you know, just hightail it out of a situation and call it done, and call that kind of an exit handling it. But we have to be honest about times when we've done that in the past and just how handled it ultimately was. Situations that are left open-ended like that, you know, that you kind of just run from, that you don't really deal with, they end up, there's a part of them that you carry with you. It's like it's not laid to rest. I say all that to say, how do you want to leave? You know, how do you want to make your exit? Do you want it to be one that is, do you want to be remembered for your honesty? Do you want to be remembered for your integrity and for your bravery? Or do you want to be remembered for your duplicity and the pain that you caused in the process with the 3 of Swords? I guess the first question we should be asking is, do you care? Do you care about the opinions of others? Do you care about the impression that you're making? The Empress card and the 4 of Pentacles. Money is tight somewhere. Or it's good and you want to keep it that way. Some of you may be saving for a trip of some kind. got the Seven of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Page of Cups. You could be dealing with a water sign, perhaps a Pisces. Could be a Cancer, maybe. But you could be dealing with a water sign, and I feel like, yeah, or Capricorn, I feel like you just, it's like you want to like assert your strength or your influence over a situation. And I feel like in reflection, this is the conclusion that you've come to. I think that you're realizing or learning this about yourself. It's like you like things to be set up a certain way. You like things to follow a certain course or path. And it's not working out that way, so it's proving to be a bit of an annoyance to you, because you're in this position where it's like, okay, do you just give up on the situation and not really say much because you don't know just how far those words are going to get? Or you don't know that you really even care enough about the other person's opinion. But I feel like there's also this energy here where you do want to talk, or at least you're willing to. Because there's the truth is coming out here one way or another. I feel like there are no more secrets. And I feel like I feel like you're very shameless about that. Taurus had that energy too. And you got the Taurus energy here twice. Is the potential here for you? There is a potential here for you to break some hearts. One of the most frustrating things is having to accept defeat, or, well, it depends on how you define defeat. And I feel like the definition this particular time around is understanding that there is a situation that, try as you might, you have no control over how someone else is going to behave. At the end of the day, all that you can really realistically control is the way that you show up. All that you can really realistically control is what you're doing, or what you can do. And there's this hanging question of, do you still care? This is a question that you have for someone else, a question that perhaps you are asking yourself around this time, because I think that there is something that once held a lot of promise, but I think that it's like you can see clearly now. It's like you can see a situation, you can see a dynamic for what it is. It's like you guys know what's going to come next. And it's like in the embrace of that truth, it's almost like a ripping off of the Band-Aid. That your mind clears and you're able to move forward. And it's such a shame, because I feel like that's not something that you want to do. I feel like you very much want to be cooperative, but it's just like, that's the thing that the situation is lacking, right? It's lacking cooperation. And I feel like in August, there is this transition. Some shift happens here that gets you out of your mind and gets you into talking, gets you into acting. Some of you, I feel, have been like just observing a situation from a distance, or observing a person from a distance. really trying to grapple with the cold, hard facts of the situation, seeing someone for who they are, seeing and understanding a situation for what it is. And I think that it's bittersweet, maybe because it's putting some concerns to rest, but at the same time, there is this kind of like helplessness about it. Some of you may be in a job, maybe, that you might be coming to the conclusion that you want to do something else. Maybe you feel like your time could be better spent elsewhere. Or it's a person and it's like you almost have to, like, it pains you to leave, like the distance, the uncertainty of it all. It's like it's triggering and it's making you, it's like it doesn't sit right with you, the fact that you care more about a situation than someone else seems to. It makes you look like you're needy when that's not the case. But I do feel like I do think that you're also trying to control the situation, you know, just to keep it real with you. I think that you do want to, there's a certain outcome that you want here. And I think that there's something that you don't want to let go. It's like there's a perception of yourself, maybe, or perception or perception of the situation that's kind of like framing, or it's informing your actions, it's informing the way that you handle this. Now, are you alone? I think that it feels that way from time to time, especially if someone is not reciprocating, especially if results are nowhere to be found. And the answer to that question, I don't think that you are. It can be quite difficult to put ourselves in someone else's shoes and understand what they've gone through and their experience the way that they would be able to. Meaning that I feel like there are other people around you that are going through it too. And I feel the need to tell you to remember that this month. Just keep that in mind. Some of you, I feel like, want to be honest about the way that you feel. Like there's something that you've been sitting on, and it's like it's time. It's time, but I feel like you're so risk averse. Like I feel like you're just, how can I describe it? It's like the energy is laid back when it comes to confrontation, but that doesn't mean that you're not willing. I just think that you have an opportunity here to make really good use of your energy, and I see you doing that. It's like you're speaking up about the things that you feel are necessary, and other things maybe you're just ignoring. Some of you may be, I mentioned this earlier, planning on a trip of some kind with the universe card here. But why do I feel like this situation is draining on your resources in particular? Or it has the potential to. I think that there's a lot that you guys want to do, and there isn't anything wrong with that. I mean, you're the Empress. It looks like you can definitely afford it. But I feel like you just want to like ball on a budget, if you know what I mean. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. No judgment. I think that's actually wise, you know? What is it they say? Who said that broke ninjas can't have no fun? But you're not broke. You're the Empress, King of Pentacles. I mean, your money situation looks good. I just think that you want to make good decisions, you know? But you want to have a good time too. I do think that there is a need here, though, for you to pick. Like, I feel like you want to get to everything, but I just don't know how realistic that is. Not necessarily because of a lack of resources, but there's just a lot on your plate. And I don't know that you really have the time to just kick it the way that you want to. And in Leo season, you definitely want to. That's definitely something that you're not shy about or holding back. I feel like you're dealing with a water sign. Like, this water sign is acting up. Like I said, it could be a Pisces or a Cancer. But there's just something behavioral there that you wish this person would re-examine or examine. But I feel like you're dealing with someone who has a difficult time seeing themselves in an objective light. Or what this is about there are some things that you're learning about yourself in Leo season. Why could it be about you? It's because of all the earth energy that's here, and it's about this we have Uranus going retrograde, and I feel like this is about change that's happening from within. It's why that High Priestess card is in reverse. Like, there is something being expressed from the inside out. Something wants to come out, something wants to be acknowledged, and I think that you have been ignoring it. You've been maybe sweeping it under the rug because it burns, maybe. It's a touchy subject. And it's like you have to tread carefully because you don't want to open up a can of worms. Or you don't want to, it's like you don't want to pick at a scab. You don't want to pick at something that's been healing at the risk of reopening that wound to the point that you start bleeding again. It's interesting, you know, scabs are never just comfortable. It's like they're itchy. The process is one that is, it's like all you want to do is just scratch it off. But there's a lot to be said about that process. It means that healing is never easy. Coming back to present isn't always easy. Doing the right thing isn't always easy. Being realistic, I feel like for you guys, yes, it is very easy. Except when it's about something that you are convinced that you are in the right about. But you're dealing with someone that is as boundless as the sea, or you're dealing with a situation that is not so easily tamed. And the question that arises is, where do we go from here? Well, I think you know what you want to do. I think that you know what you want to say. And my advice is, it sounds a bit cliche, but honesty is the best policy. I think that you'll come out smelling like a rose, and I think that You'll be respected for your ability to be forthright. What I love about you guys is that there's something really nice here happening with your independence. I think that you have no shame in sticking to your convictions, and well, you have no shame about sticking to your convictions, but also, you know, what's more important here is that you don't feel beholden to a situation. It's like you're okay with whatever outcome, even though there is something that you quite obviously want here. And I feel like that's a very powerful place to be. It's the art of non-attachment is what you're embodying here. Whether you're doing that out of fear or it's a conscious decision that you're making, we're not going to worry about why. But I do think that it's healthy for you. Trust that you know what's best for you, and trust that you know how to handle the situation. And I feel like you're not at the mercy of any situation or anyone. You have a lot of agency. There's a lot of freedom here. If you guys would like to see the extended reading, the link is down below. Don't forget to thumbs up the video if you enjoyed. It costs you nothing. This is just so that others will be able to find the video. That's the way that the algorithm works. And this message can find others who need to hear it. If I don't see you in the extended reading, I'll see you guys next time. I love you. Bye.